streaming 2 days in a row? You'd better believe it, because we have more Vector event. Not only that, we have Talon DX, who is first. Congratulations, Talon, you are first. What we also have, as you can see, whenever I start on this scene, you can always assume that what's coming next is me getting lost in my own OBS settings. There we go. Cat cam. We get the cat cam. Talon is #1. My cat is #1 sleeper. Due to the fact that she is now an indoor cat. Well, indoor, but I put her on a leash to become indoor, but also outdoor. She hates the leash, but it lets her go outside now. So that is an adaptation she's just gonna have to get used to. You see I'm talking about her. Okay. Cucumber cam? You wish it was a cucumber cam. Pants grab. Wait, that's cat grab. Cat grab. But yes, welcome in. Today we're going to be doing more of the Vector event because the challenge mode unlocked today. And I just realized the rest of the levels might be time gated. If so, I'll figure something out, don't worry. But until then, we enjoy the cat cam. Also, today's stream is going to be a yappy stream. Kind of a ranty stream, but more yappy than anything because I usually let challenge mode play itself. There you go, kitty. Hey, kitty, I'm gonna... There we go. If I sit like this, yeah, we can see more of the cat. But if I angle this way, I don't know. I might have to get into the cat cam meta or something to see what is the best camera setup to capture your cat. In any case, that's enough of this. Let's on to the game, don't worry. The cat cam is still here for the game. So, what we have here, challenge mode. We're gonna get into it. The first challenge mode is available. Level 50 enemies. We got this. They're probably gonna give us some loner enemies, or rather, dolls that we could use. Yeah, presets. There we go. Let's look at these presets. This is just my fire team comp. This is what I already do. Are you guys any better than what I already have? We're about to find out. Level 1, 1, 1, 3. Has heat recovery. When healing, 10%. If the healing has heat recovery, increases healing even more. The attack has overburn. Increase. Wow. When an enemy within range deals targeted damage from an ally. Okay. 1 instance of action support. And heat recovery. Cool. 1 point of 2 times per turn. Okay. Slightly better than mine, but I like mine. What about you? I know for a fact my Sharkery is already V6. Yeah, no, this is... Get rotated, idiot. Where's my Sharkery? The rare case where I actually use my own instead of my own Sharkery. Where'd she go? She's way down here. Where she belongs. QJ. Are you any better that... 8 tiles, burn damage, support boost 1. No, I want my own QJ for this one. I like mine more, and I'm pretty sure my Vector is on par. My Vector is not on par. Oh! We get like V2 Vector. Let's see. Deal burn damage, overheat combustion, start a battle of all support attacks dealing burn damage by 2. Oh, wow! Okay, so that really buffs G36 actually. And Searing Finale level 2. Select a tile within 7 tiles, AoE burn damage, 60%. Applies Accelerant and Blazing Assault 2. Holy shit. That's pretty good, actually. Let's go with this one. Alright? We go with this. I'm actually gonna play the video game. Today's tea, lemon ginger. Right, I can't actually drink my tea while I'm in the game. This is so sad. So first up, QJ with her attack. That's just a kill. What am I even doing? Can I... Wait, can Vector just blow everything up and call it a day? No, she can't. Okay, look. Ow. Let's just get the kill with QJ and go from there. I'm sure everything will turn out just fine. Easy game. That's what happens when you bring level 60s to a level 50 gunfight. Next is Vector, who needs to burn it all. Yeah, burn it all sounds pretty good. Let's burn even more of the map so the enemies get raised as well. Very cool. Right, I have the animation sped up. Let me undo that and let me check that. Yes. Don't skip. We are going to enjoy the animations this video game provides, because the animation team did their best. G36 is gonna move up and then get that action support. Oh wait, that's the second one. It's fine. You know what? We don't need to kill them all in one turn. Lemon Ginger? I hardly know. I have trained you well. That is a very NES1228 response. Okay. Let's get G36 up here so she can get the kill. And that just lets Sharpie run around and win by doing nothing. At least I got QJ's money back. Why are you getting healed? You did nothing. It's fine. You can run around over here and just do nothing. She has auto healing for some reason. Very cool. I should probably look into what V6 Sharkry even does, because I am foolishly clueless. Also, what is this? What does this do? It activates all the conveyors, and there's a conveniently placed oil barrel behind there. I wonder if I could take advantage of that somehow. QJ's blocked behind all these. Wow, they have obstructed us so bad. I actually have to use a regular attack for this shit. Huh. Let's move up. Okay, I guess we're burning a turn. Very cool. Burning a turn. Get it? Because everything's on fire. I'm doing my best here, okay? Vector can actually go up and... You know what? It's fine. Wait, QJ can actually get a hit in. No, she can't. QJ can just hit him once, and then Vector can finish him off. Okay. That works for me. We take those. Let's use the regular attack. Keep my options open. There is no need. Wait, there was a need. Because that would give me 2 Confectants Index. I'm an idiot. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I think that's the first time I've ever used Vector's regular attack. Okay. Next up, QJ can just move forward and hit you once because cool. And then Sharkry can follow up. Where did G36 go? That is the question. Oh, she's over here. Okay, I can move her up. Wait, I can move her, activate this, and then start the attack. There we go. So now my... Oh, that's the elite enemy. No wonder he's harder to kill. Slightly harder to kill than the rest of the enemies. That's fine. He dies like the rest of the enemies. Very cool. Okay. Next support attacks. This stream needs more Sabrina butt jiggle. We're using fire attacks. Sabrina is a water elemental. That's not how this works. Also, that game mode is no longer in the game. That's an event exclusive. You're gonna have to wait till the next major event to see that mode reappear. So I guess the appropriate reaction is skill issue, I guess. And then this guy dies. Because I can. Easy game. Easy game. What are we even doing here? They call this a challenge level. And to think, I'm actually gonna have to fight the boss of this mode, this whole event, under challenge conditions. That's gonna be opposite of fun. I wonder, will this reach? It will. Unfortunately, it will not do jack shit. So that is a pointless endeavor. Instead, what the heck is this debuff? Concatenation. When the inflictor or any other holder of the status receives stability damage, the status holder also receives an equal amount of stability damage. Oh. So it just doubles stability damage. That's pretty ass, not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of that. If you could just not inflict stability damage, that'd be great. Thanks. In the interim, I can hit you. Oh, I wonder. If Vector goes over here, does she have line of sight? She does not. If she goes over here, she can't reach for some reason. Okay. So Vector is stuck. I guess I can move Vector over here and win that. Yeah, works for me. Kitty. Kitty reposition. Kitty wants more attention. She wants a more comfy position. Make Ness's lap comfy again. My lap's plenty comfy. Self-proclaimed. I would know. I'm on my lap like all the time. Oh, okay. See, look at this cat. Look at this dude. Even though she's a girl, look at the. Oh. I bet Sawako's lap is more comfy. She's not even in this game, bruh. Okay. And now G36 can come. Wait a minute. I'm gonna do what's called the opposite of a pro gamer move. I'm gonna do this. It's a bold strategy. We'll see if it pays off. We get to see Sharky flash her panties. The reason why she's a purple unit is just so they could sell more. That's it. That's my conspiracy theory. Because she's the only gratuitous panty character outside of the dorms. Unless you count Sabrina wearing her swimsuit. But that doesn't count because it's a swimsuit. I'm reminded of that comic, that 2-panel comic about how there's a girl she's in her swimsuit and she's like, hey, check me out. But then then the next panel, she is in her, she's in her underwear, which is actually covering more than her swimsuit. And she's getting all embarrassed and freaking out like an invasion of privacy. And the whoosh that goes over everyone's head is consent. But I still find the comic funny at face value. Ouch. They hit my Vector. For some bad damage, actually. That actually hurt. That's okay, because I have the Sentai AC buff. If I could just position her right. There we go. Get her behind here. And she's gonna afternoon tea time everybody. Very cool. Honestly, G36 always was one of my favorite characters, but in this game especially so. Like, she had the most outfits in Girls Frontline 1. That definitely helped a lot of things. QJ, are you stuck? QJ's stuck. Oh my god. Oh no, she's not. QJ, attack! Haha! I win! There we go. Easy game. And now we get to find out if the rest of the challenge levels are unlocked or not. And if they're locked still, then expect a Girls Frontline stream next week. I'll figure something out for this one, don't worry. I have some ideas. If there's anyone that I expect that's stuck in something, it's Sabrina. 9 hours and 44 minutes. I'm not streaming that long. So, if this is... I guess on Monday. I'll come back on Monday, or heck, even Wednesday, and just crank these out. Or even Thursday. There's other things we could do. For example, in the events tab, they have simulation exercise, where we got the first two, and I guess on the 11th, I'm coming back and clearing everything. Very cool. Simulated exercise. Recommended characters. You know what? Why not? Let's use the recommended characters. If they recommend it, surely they must be right about something, right? Oh, they gave us presets. That's level 45, so these are all level 50. Are you better than my Groza? No, because mine's level 60 v6 with ally support. Oh. Wait. Does that make this last longer? Because if so, that's gonna change the way I use Guerno. I'm gonna try it. Wife, are you better than my wife? Probably not. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're not better than my wife. I want my wife.
Hi.
G11. This G11's better than mine already, even though mine's a higher level. Yeah, we're gonna use this. And this 416. Yeah. Immune to all negative control type effects. Oh, that's huge actually. Wow. Okay, this is pretty cracked actually. So the only over-leveled character now is my wife. Let's rock and roll. Let's go with this. Where can I put? Where can I? I'll stick her right here. Yeah, that way she could attack some. Okay. Very cool. I realized my arm's covering the cat. Ah! So first, I need to do some science. And by that, I mean, let's use this ability. And we're gonna see how long the cooldown is on defense up 2. Defense up 2. It doesn't really stack any higher. What other defensive skill? This is a defensive skill. I guess it also... I don't know. I'll have to look into it. In the meantime... Wait, if I go over here and I start blasting... Oh, it doesn't go up there. Oh no. Except that still works. Actually, going here would be better. Because this way I could still blast these guys. And she doesn't have to move very far and can just set up camp here. Let's do it. Because I gave her the Mjolnir when I probably should give her back... I should actually probably give her Peditia's gun. Because Peditia... I've leveled Peditia. And she's alright. That's the power of my wife. Very cool. I should have done this first. Let's go ahead and move up. And let's buff everybody. Everybody. Yeah. Okay. And lastly, Klukai Smash. Do the funny. That's not very funny. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. Unfortunately, will you be stuck behind an enemy? No, you can run away after that. Yeah, we're good. If this crits, it's a kill. Die, please. I didn't need to do this, but there we go. I took care of that. Oh, I got it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. We get to do. I could make a homicide joke, but that's against TOS. I'm gonna make it anyway. We get to run over all the enemies with our bike. It's an OSHA violation. Now, unfortunately, I can't get everybody because I can't make it to one of these tiles. However, yeah, let's aggro these guys and then run away, so they have to run around and come to us. That seems like the play. Very cool. Run them over again. Because we got the double kill, that lets her ult again. Apparently V3 or V6 Klukai can just double ult every turn. And if you are a whale in one of the top ranking platoons, everybody runs that setup to just absolutely shit on every single challenge. And it's stupid, but also kind of funny, not gonna lie. Alright, let's see if I die this turn. Okay, I have a cat on my lap. No, not G11! No, not G11! No! Wait, she has defense up 3. Also, my Groza is covering. Deidre died of poison. Very cool. Ow. I didn't realize we don't have a healer. Very cool. That is, a bit of a problem. Maybe. Just a bit of a problem. It's fine, probably. Don't worry about it. Alright, and Klukai is immune to emotional damage. So first things first, let's go ahead and move you here so you can support attack. Get that AoE going, because AoE is some good stuff. We're just gonna AoE these guys to death. I didn't realize, I haven't seen Groza's regular ult animation in a long time because I really like her dress outfit. Okay, so you don't have to move. You can just do this. The way my wife works is that the less she moves, the more powerful she gets. This is because my kind of wife is the kind that would just laze about in bed or wherever all day. Will this hit both? No, it won't. Oh, that is only slightly saddening. So in the meantime, why don't we run here and throw the... Oh wait, I don't have to I have to grenade because I can't hit them from here. That does a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. This is... Okay. Bonk. Alright, and then he explodes because he has been corrosively infused. And this lets G11 do the funny. Check this out. This is kind of funny. She drink, and then she attack. Unfortunately, it doesn't kill, but that's fine. Okay. We have 3 enemies left. One of them's in the freaking corner. It's okay, I'll just have Klukai throw another grenade. She's got those for days. How does that not kill? Never mind. We're good. You get to watch the slow-mo... Wait, is he gonna die of poison? Please die of poison. Very cool. Yeah, and the crocodile comes closer. And doesn't attack. Cool. I'm just gonna let it auto. I'm just gonna let auto play. There's 1 enemy left. If you guys can't kill it this turn, I don't know why I hired you. That's just it. So while we're auto-playing, I've had a rough week at work, as I'm sure if you were in the Discord, I'd know. Not trauma dumping, just dumping, I guess. My supervisor is once again acting immature, toxic, and unbecoming of someone of his position and decades of experience, acting like a typical boomer. I'm not tolerating it. I wrote a very lengthy email documenting his behavior and why it's unacceptable and sent it to HR, who then forwarded it to both of my bosses, who outrank him. I'm sure they'll take care of it. In the meantime, I personally don't feel like I should have to go to work feeling threatened of being treated in a very condescending and degrading manner just for asking clarifying questions. So I'm taking a mental health day tomorrow because I felt like throwing up today. Simple as. People like that need to be taken out back. I agree, actually. Yeah, I said it. I actually agree. Is this Suomi better than my Suomi? Yes. Yes, she is. This G11 is the same as before. Okay. And this Peditia is also better than mine. You know what? We're using the loners here. We're actually gonna use the loaned out units. We need to defend against this assault and make sure no one touches the squares. To do that, I think we need to... Oh, we can't raise that. Oh, we can. We could take turns raising each one by flipping this switch. Because what this switch does, it lowers that and raises that and vice versa. But I have to activate it from outside, which is kinda lame, not gonna lie. In any case, let's try the... Oh, units available for deployment? What do you mean? Oh, they undeployed the G11. Why would you do that? Oh, I know why. It's so they could let me hear that really cute sound she just made. That's it. So first things first, well, first of all, can any of you guys reach? Yes. Can any of you guys reach? Yes. So I need to put someone here and here. So G11 can stand here and just block, because very cool. It's okay, she's powering up. Yeah! Okay, that actually looks sick with her gun. I'll need to get her gun when she gets rerun. And you... And... Yeah, you can do this. So that way you're in position, and these other two are going to be doing all the moving. Because with Penitia, she powers up. The more enemies she hits consecutively, the more powerful she gets. That's how she works. Okay. So now, if I... Wait a minute, can I... You want to see something funny? Why am I even trying? What even is this video game? This is fun. This is absolutely fun. And the best part, I wasn't looking. Can you do it again? Sure thing, fam. Let's go over here so you could run back in the zone. Very cool. We get to double ult for the price of one. This is the power of Klukai for Cocoa Puffs. I still don't understand the HK416 weapon platform, despite watching 3 different videos about it. This is because, this is gonna sound really racist, but all these assault rifles look the same to the uninitiated. Can you really blame me? I mean, you can, but it is what it is. I'm not that much of a gun guy. Double kill. Okay. Very cool. Oh no, he armored himself. But now he froze himself. Wait, can he move? I gotta know. Oh yeah, he can move. That's a bit dangerous, actually. So, in the meantime... Can you hit... You can multi-kill... What about... Wait, can you go over here and hit these guys? Oh, that's a triple. Oh, baby, a triple. Okay. So, do your energy drink thing. We get Dream Guardian. I forgot to read what that does, but it's fine. And now, bam. Easy game. Now here's the thing. At my workplace, my real-life friend is actually interested in the position, because For those who don't know, recently my coworker got fired, which is part of the reason why my current job is so stressful. And they need to fill the position. And my friend, he has very similar credentials and work experience to mine, as well as the same educational background. So I would say he has a very good chance at getting the job if he nails his interview. Which is why I think on Saturday, or I'm going to see if I can meet him tomorrow, we're going to meet up and discuss what the job entails while in my backyard shooting off my G36, because I like showing that off to everyone because it's cool and I really like it and I want to share it. It's like I guess it's like a kid trying to show off a cool rock that he found. That's the equivalent. Can you really blame me? I mean, you totally can. Let's do some chip damage to the last enemy. Very cool. Oh wait, there's more. Can I even hit him? No, I can't, but I can just wait here. Very cool. It's not like he can damage me or anything. I mean, he can, but I'm shielded. He's not even... Oh. That was indeed sick, but he did, like, no damage. Okay. And he gets to move multiple times in one attack. Okay. Oh, and there's more. Very cool. Alright. Well, let's kill this fool first. Show him he's messing with the wrong platoon. Let's save Suomi's ult for later. Yeah, we'll save the ult for the next turn when all the enemies spawn in. Bonk. Get stability broken, an idiot. Wait, I can hit him from here? Cool. Let's go ahead and drink the energy drink, because that's what G11 does. I can't believe G11's canonically hooked on energy drinks. This is so sad. Despacito, play country roads. How far can I travel? Okay, so this is the farthest range I can hit him from. That works for me, because I am gonna need to hit all these enemies in the next turn. How does Penitia not have her ult ready yet? Is it because I used some? I think it's because I used some. In any case, let's have you run here. You can't hit it, but you could throw the grenade, and that gets the kill. Very cool. Easy game. And then Klukai can just run everyone over next turn, and it'll be funny. Okay. That works. Yugi. I'm curious how one would last all 6 turns without... Wait, win within 8 turns. It's impossible to not clear that because we win in 6 turns by default. Thank you, video game. Very cool. Alright, now. Multi-kill. Okay, how come that one doesn't die? That's kind of lame, actually. I have a funnier idea. What if... Oh, I can't. That's a little lame, actually. What's less lame is me getting the kill this way. That way I don't have to worry about these guys at all. Okay, so I could just straight up kill this one. And that lets Penitia run over here and hit all that. Can she hit him from here? No, she can't, because it's a machine gun fire. So she goes like that. Right, there was cover, that's why. Cover reduction. Understandable, have a great day. Let's have Suomi run over here and hit as many enemies as she can. That's enough enemies for me. Very cool. Everybody gets shelter. Not to be confused by the Porter Robinson song of the same name, which had a really good animated music video. There we go. Now, how to kill everyone in one turn. That's the neat part, I can't. However, if I were to do this, that would kill 2, in which I could then run over the other 2. Alternatively, if I just ran here and did that... Yeah, no, that... Yeah, this is the way. There's... That's it. More kill happens this way. Is there a position where I could get even more kill? No, this is it. They're too spread out. This is fine. Throw your overpowered grenade. I believe in you. Honk. And they all blow up. Honk. Oh! And because they all blow up, the other one dies as well. That wasn't in the forecast. Very cool. I just killed, like, 7 enemies in one attack. I like this game. I love G11. Okay. I am remembering there is one thing from the last stream I forgot to show off. And that... Wait, I have rewards? Oh yeah, I have rewards. Neat. Cool, I got this. Awesome. I got another one. Okay. I'll collect those the next time, but I did get this outfit. And I'm gonna show it off. Because this outfit is easily one of the outfits of all time. Hi, G11. Bye, G11. Where is she? There she is. She's right up here. As you can... Oh my god. Give me a second. Okay. So, as you can see, you could dress her up in different variants, and I'll show that off now. So, with her... Vivi sometimes hides her Molotovs. I'm kind of covering it. Whoops, I hit the wrong button because my microphone was covering that part of the screen. You can... This is her normal outfit. I showed that off last time. However, when we put the outfit back on, you can equip certain parts. Those parts are as follows. There's the regular outfit, and you can mix and match. You have little mouse ears or bear ears. I think these are... I'll let you decide. There's her old outfit, actually. This is her Girls Frontline 1 outfit, and I really like it. But there's also this outfit, like this cat outfit. What I like to go for is this, because I like her old outfit. But this is the full set, and it's pretty nice. So that's the outfit. And these are interchangeable in battle as well. If I were to use my own Vector in battle, she would look like this, but with her coat. Because her coat has the 2 grenades. I also unlocked more lore. Why don't we look at the more lore that I unlocked? Is there someone on the beanbag chair at this time of night? This is bad. I'll have to say farewell to the world at this rate. Literally me. I approach the beanbag and see Vector burrowed in there, her eyes open but motionless. Vector? I hardly know her. Oh, it's you, Commander. Have a seat. No, I still don't want to get up. Here, I'll scooch over and you can lie down beside me. Nice. Letting my mind wander while lying down in a beanbag that's as fluffy as a cloud is the best kind of rest there is. This ice-cold frame of mine feels warmer when I do it. Nice. That means she's cool, which is why she's always using fire attacks. Vector shifts a little, and her beanbag tilts to one side as a result, making her perch look especially precarious. It's alright. You seem down in the dumps. Did something happen? Nothing's happened so far, Commander. Thank you for asking. Don't worry, I feel like I always am. There are people like this among humans, right? The kind for whom being listless is normal. It's a very hard pattern, emotional habit to escape from. Were you muttering to yourself just now, Vector? Were you thinking about something? I had a feeling that my next assignment would be the last one for this frame of mine. I was going to leave the rest to you, Commander. Considering how useless I am as a doll, despite being like one of my highest new DPSs right up there with QJ, you can just abandon me if you think I'm a waste of frame. Just re-download the neural cloud of one of my teammates instead. Bruh. Could you be more specific? Why do you feel this way? I'm not trying to brag here, Commander, but my instincts are, as they say, always accurate when it comes to bad news. I feel that. All my bad feelings always come true. The worst always comes to pass. Nothing happens when I say the sky will be clear, but the moment I talk about a storm, it rolls in right away. That's a superpower! Vector's face grows stern, and her form seems to vanish into shadows. He seems even gloomier than before. You don't have any weather forecasting plugins installed, do you? No, it's just bad luck. Commander, would you be willing to send me off before my next assignment? It's going to be my last time, after all. I want to see you before I go. I'll carry that final memory with me as I leave, and nothing would make me happier than to see your face in my base layer when my frame damage reaches level 99. Oh no. Apparently people with arthritis can detect storms coming by change in moisture. Yikes, that's actually kind of scary, but I believe it. Vector, it's not so. Commander, it seems you don't fully comprehend the power of my ability to jinx things. I guess the entire team will end up being scrapped during the assignment, laid out in a neat row in some junkyard out there. In a few years' time, you'll probably find my limbs or eyes on sale in some secondhand parts store. Yo! You could build your own Vector out of secondhand parts! I love the future, what the fuck? Hang on, Vector. Let's go through all of this again and figure out why you're getting that bad feeling. What do you know about your next assignment? I don't know anything about it. And because I don't know anything about it, that makes it more likely that I'll be written off. It seems the client's trying to trick us, or trying to hide something from us, at least. The information he sent over is completely unreliable, too. Guess you could say we're caught between a rock and a hard place. We can't even trust the people who are supposed to be on our side, which is probably the worst possible scenario. So the client's hiding something, I didn't notice that. Why don't you think that's the case, Vector? Well, when we were meeting the client earlier today, I just stood off to the side and stared at him because I'm not good at talking. The client showed no interest in the details of the team allocation that we submitted. He didn't look at our documentation and even glared at our gear with disdain, even though we surpassed the mission requirements that he set for us. Also, there was one more thing which really bothered me. What was it? He was clearly trying to hint at something through the briefing. I counted him doing it 7 times. He asked us about the details of a certain elite SF unit, but it wasn't covered in our mission briefing. Although SF went defunct before us, it seems like their vengeful curse still haunts this land. At times, I feel like we're encountering them more often than not. In any case, if the unit he was talking about makes up the majority of the units we'll be facing, we'll be taking a huge risk trying to handle them with our standard equipment. We'd have to request a tailored upgrade to deal with them. I see, so this isn't just pessimism, but because you picked up on something that fell off, which was what pinged your instincts. I guess you're right, Commander. Is there a reason why our client didn't just tell us to learn more about that enemy model? Personally, I think there's something fishy with this assignment. They're a big client. I'd probably offend him if I carelessly brought it up. It would be also bad for your reputation and that of the team. How did you handle this, Vector? I just stalled for time and found a reason to avoid signing the contract to finalize things. Let me think about how to handle this. I don't know what I should say to convince everyone to be careful, or just outright refuse the assignment. We're bad at things like that, and it's just a gut feeling. Not like anything's happened yet. Well, if you want to make others believe you, you'll need to believe in yourself first. Didn't you say that you were very confident in your bad feelings, Vector? They all came true in the past, didn't they? Well, they did, but as for being confident in them, that's a really unfamiliar word to me. I don't even know if I can do it. And I see Vector hesitate. I reach out and pat her head in encouragement. This is what I signed up for. Look, Vector, you made a lot of good decisions in the past. The way I see it, those bad feelings of yours aren't bad luck or anything. More like a gift from your cautious personality. A gift? Huh? Always had a gift for finding loopholes like this. I'm pretty sure I or someone else wouldn't have noticed it, but you did. Isn't that good? I'm sure everyone will reconsider the assignment if you can find more proof to back it up. So I need to find more proof, huh? I understand. Commander, I'm going to look further into the client. Perhaps I might be able to find something that'll let us up the risk level of this assignment. Now that she has a direction, Vector finally rises from the beanbag. Thank you, Commander. That is the most smile we're ever gonna get. Welcome in, 2K. I hope you like CatCam, because we have CatCam, as you can see. We're also doing lore. Commander, are you free? I'd like to talk. Please come in. Well, this is rare. You seem to be in good spirits. Did you just come back today? I take it the assignment went well. Its difficulty rating was pretty high. It was alright. It all came back in one piece, more or less. There were some ups and downs, but all the dangers we encountered were well within our range of expectations. As I kept thinking of the worst-case scenario, Squad always ended up discussing contingencies in case things like that came up. So when they actually happened, all we had to do was implement our preparations. Looks like you got it all figured out, Vector. Oh, why'd you come by today? I want you to teach me how to speak with others. Motherfucker, you're asking the worst person for that. Literally the worst person. I cannot think of a worse person to ask for this kind of advice. What the fuck? Okay. My advice? Walk up to them, press A. Our missions recently have gone very well and our squad's debts has been significantly reduced. The rookie wanted to host a little party for our squad so everyone could relax a little. Oh, thank you. Hold on, cat break. Oh, she stretch. Y'all know I gotta take care of the cat. After stream, I'm gonna take her outside. Put on the leash. It's pretty sunny outside. Wait, pets? When Klukai picked up the four of us, our frames were a little more than scrap metal. He paid to replace our frames. As a result, racked up a lot of debt. Even I get nervous when the payment dates roll around. Life is hard. Damn, even dolls can't catch a break. What the fuck? Vector looks at me with a thoughtful expression on her face. For her gaze, the almost financial situation suddenly seems much clearer. I see. Then you should go and relax and have fun, Vector. Thing is, I rarely take part in such celebrations. I'm worried that I'll say the wrong thing. I wind up jinxing everyone. It'll go from a party to a disaster. Speaking of which, all I'm gonna do at a party is make things gloomy, right? Hey, Commander. What should I be doing at a party anyway? Again, you're asking literally the worst person. I quite literally have on many occasions, in fact nearly all occasions I've been at a party, I've just Irish exited. I slip out the door when no one's paying attention and I just leave. I always park in a location that I won't get boxed in so I can just leave discreetly at a moment's notice. My parents have caught on to this actually. My mom, bless her heart, she actually set it up such that whenever I'm helping out at one of the family parties, I'm away from everyone doing things behind the scenes, and when I'm finished, she straight up says, go out the back door, take this route behind the house, no one will see you. You parked in the back. Like I said, like, she's got my back. Straight up. It didn't used to be that way, but since I've moved out, lived alone and all that stuff.
Did you guys hear the news? This just in, cabinet installer has been arrested.
Oh no!
He has been charged with counterfeiting. Judges say it's an open and shut case.
Note to self. Do not treat Core coming into chat as a tea break. That is a dangerous proposition for my windpipe. Welcome in, Core. I hope you like depressed submachine guns, and I hope you like cat cam, because we have both. Hope you like lore as well. Looks like this celebration is stressing you out. Personally, I think you should just be yourself. You don't need to wind yourself up so tight all the time. Relax and respond in a way that comes naturally. Oops, caps lock. Did you learn you aren't a fish? Nah, I'm a fish, bro. Cat! Hey, Virgo, other cat. I hope you like cat cam and chronically depressed submachine guns. I can't believe I forgot what Vector actually was. She's one of my favorite submachine guns. How could I forget? But yes, welcome in. I am probably not going to stream for much longer because we're doing lore. I thought there was more to do, but as it turns out, there is not. They gated it off. I injured your fingers, so typing is hard. Lamau, just do what every girl that I've ever liked has done and just not reply. Easy. And she's gone. See, I am aware of the effect that I have on women. You weren't supposed to reply to that. Virgo, you played yourself. You're locked in now. You can't do it now. You replied. Some people. You thought you could pull a fast one. Whoops. Again. It's okay. We're both bad at this. We'll fix it in post. Don't worry. In any case, personally, the advice, you should just be yourself, I find to be bad advice for the sole reason that most people don't really understand who they are thanks to society. This is one of the old man yells at cloud moments, and yes, I may be fucking wrong about this, but I disagree with the advice, you should just be yourself. Because society's all like, oh, just be yourself, and they immediately follow up with, no, not like that. The advice, you should be yourself, is fucking poison-coated in invisible ink that if you could see it reads, be yourself so long as it benefits our interests. Fuck that. Personally, I think you should be yourself so long as you are not being disruptively harmful. For example, I let so many things slide in Nescord because that's how I set it up. I'm pretty much anything goes. Very few times have I had to actually step in and put a stop to something, which I have had to do, and I will do it when it comes to that. But I actually have faith in people, for once. I can't say the same about the real world. No fat posts, because the reason was multiple people were complaining to me about it. I also didn't like it. So, it's the equivalent of littering. Don't litter over public space. Don't do it. Have you looked up the firing mechanism for the Vector? I'd blame the Germans, like the G11, but the Vector is actually American-made. Really? Ow. Okay, here's what I know about the Vector. It has a really sick 2-round burst. I love that. I forgot what it's called. The charging mechanism, like the blowback mechanism, when I'll use my ocarina as a pseudo-gun example, because it looks enough like a gun. Most guns' blowback is like horizontally back and forth, but the Vector's goes back down into its grip. So the recoil of its mechanics counteracts the kick of the bullet, or something like that. And it has its own, because of that, it has its own integrated recoil dampening, and I fucking love that. I love how it looks, and unfortunately, I don't think it was really adopted in many armies or police forces. I forgot what country, but I think there is one country that did adopt it as its police submachine gun of choice, and honestly, I think it looks awesome. Also, cat. Not to mention, the Vector has a pretty damn fast fire rate. Yes, the videos I have been watching of the Vector have referred to it as the modern-day Tommy gun, which I believe it, actually. I watched the Jonathan Ferguson, keeper of the Royal Armouries Museum in the UK. Say that 10 times fast. his video about it, where he got fired as well. I want one in 45 ACP. That's the one Vector uses in this game. The 45 ACP weird copyright-friendly variant. That or in 10mm. Isn't 10mm a meme? I don't know. It's fine. Anyway, basically what I'm trying to say is, be yourself around people you're comfortable with. So the key is to find people that are comfortable with yourself. 10mm is a legit round, it's just lesser known. Understandable. There are some guns in Ready or Not that are in 10mm, which I cleared the main story of Ready or Not last night, by the way, holy shit. I've been debating on streaming Ready or Not, actually. I don't think I'm ready for it, though. Be myself, huh? That means saying things that make people mad. Everything I say makes people mad, and once you come to that realization, you unlock so much freedom of speech. Because if it doesn't matter if the outcome will always be the same, then you can do whatever the fuck you want to get there and you can have fun with it. That is the chaotic evil freedom I have embraced for myself. That's also kind of why I'm a streamer. No, it's not, but that's kind of what I've warped myself into. My cat is starting to get sick of my ramblings, actually. Something like this happened before. I once told a doll psychologist about how dolls didn't have psychological traits the way humans did, and that his field of study essentially didn't exist, which sparked an argument that drew in the entire party, messed up the job, and got Rookie in trouble too. Damn! I can relate to that. Knowing what not to say is an acquired skill that I'm still working on. Most of the time, I just don't say anything. I'm very quiet, especially at work. And it mostly keeps me out of trouble. It kind of makes me hard to approach, I would assume, but anyone who does approach me, I'm very brief, concise, and to the point. I don't think people appreciate that, because there's a lot of friendly chatter amongst at least the females in the workplace. But I don't know. I'm not socially like them. So when it comes to knowing what not to say, I guess what I'm trying to say is that Vector is a very relatable character, which is one of the reasons why I like her so much. They really nailed it with the characters. That's how they get you. Those people were strangers, though. Your friends understand you, don't they? Surely they wouldn't give you a hard time for something like that, right? Are you sure about that? Well, they might not scold me, but it would still hurt them. And I want to end up ruining a happy occasion with my negativity. She reminds me of me pretty deep down, and I used to be this way quite a lot, actually. Maybe I should find a reason to not go. A defective doll like me should just power off outside of work. Fuck. Very few days go by where my mind doesn't simply conclude that I am defective in some way, and shoving those thoughts out is almost impossible. Which brings me back to very relatable characters, and she's not even human. Like, they've replicated it. I can't believe it. I almost wanted to joke about saying, imagine being born with this character personality, until I realized, wait a minute. Here might be a good place. Care to do the honors, Commander? Saying so, Vector lifts her hair, exposing the delicate white flesh of the nape of her neck to me, as well as her power button. That's where their power button is! Holy moly! They have power buttons. Effective? Hardly. Have you always considered your personality to be a defect? Is it not? Nobody would want to spend time with something as negative as me unless they had to. I happen to disagree on that. Pessimism and caution are just personality traits, not necessarily flaws, and they can be helpful at times. For instance, a difficult assignment of yours just now. It only went as well as it did because your negativity made you consider hidden risks and helped you prepare for them beforehand. So it actually helped? I did? Someone like me, actually? Vector's eyes widen as she looked at me incredulously. Yes, Vector. I think that you have a knack for avoiding misfortune and bringing good luck. It just shows in itself in a unique way. Pretty sure that your teammates view you as a colleague and paying off their debts. Probably be sad if you didn't show up. So, everyone wants me to be there? Even if I'd ruin the mood? I don't know about the others, but that's how I think, at least. Vector, you don't need to walk on eggshells around me. Just be yourself. Say something unpleasant, that's fine too. Who knows? Might be a good thing. Commander. I don't know what to say. Nobody's ever told me anything like this before. Cloud hanging over Vector has vanished at some point. Although this revelation has shaken her, he seems to be receptive to what I have to say. I believe you, Commander. Since you say so, perhaps I should embrace my pessimism. Hopefully it won't be as bad as I imagine. In any case, I'll be going to the party. Made up your mind at last? That's good to hear. Is it really okay for me to be fully honest with you when it's just the two of us? Yes! This is... I've never tried doing anything like that before, and I'm afraid it'll bring you bad luck or frighten you. It's alright, you can't possibly be more scary than Elids. I have faith in you. And I'll promise you something. Your Vector will be completely honest with you, even when it might get you down. You're the only one who will receive this treatment. So please be prepared for it. Oh my god, I love her. Shit. Let's head back to Cat Cam. There's a lot to unpack here, including me missing some comments, because I'm a bad streamer. I agree with this. People who are too optimistic, thinking everything will be fine when they clearly will not be fine, are toxic. That's what I call toxic positivity, and that is a thing, actually. And a lot of people don't realize that. Toxic positivity can be just as harmful as just straight up toxic behavior. While...
Skill issue.
While I try to make light of situations, I'm not forceful about it. There's a big difference between toxic positivity and seeing the good with the bad. Especially if I could do it humorously. For example, I don't have any nice words to say. My supervisor at work, when he is going off on one of his old man yells at Cloud tirades, I can crack a optimistic quip in there in such a way that actually makes him laugh. Like I am the silver lining, seeing the good through all the bad. And the key is that I actually verbally agree with all of his ramblings. Like, his ramblings are sometimes justified. And a big part of dealing with people like that is they just want to be heard. They just want attention. Just hear them out. You don't have to agree, but don't verbalize it. Don't antagonize them. That's it, I guess. Alright, so Core said he fell into a tiny rabbit hole. Out of all the ammo types the Vector can be chambered in, on average, .357 Slug, not Magnum, delivers the most kinetic energy per round, while the maximum belongs to a variant of 10mm auto. The 357 SIG averages 696 joules of metal, and that's a lot. Maximum energy is 843 joules. We're encroaching kilojoule range. Yikes. And that's for a rapid-firing submachine gun, damn. For reference, about 1 joule of energy is enough to shatter a thin sake bottle. Ask me how I know. The 843 is from the Hornady 155 GRXTP. You gotta understand, I'm still learning about guns. I am very new to guns. I am not good at guns. I am in a server where everyone in there is a gun guy, and they are very receptive to me. It is a very, very small server. There's like 18 people, including myself. Private server. Fun little group. I was invited. And it turns out the way you approach things is very... It has a very positive effect on how people view you. I don't know much about guns, but I make that very clear. I don't claim to know anything about guns, so when I ask questions that may seem obvious, they are more than happy to not only answer my question, but also explain a little contextual background around it as well to help deepen my understanding, and sometimes even give me a little bit of history as to it. And I think it's freaking great. I love it. It's fantastic. In the past, when I have asked a question, I would get bullied for asking such a question. A lot of times I'd be treated in a condescending manner for asking the question, because if I don't know something and I ask a question about it, clearly it's my fault for not knowing and that I should know better, so we're gonna make you feel bad about it. Or at least that's what my supervisor likes to think. I, surprisingly, used to have that mindset. That was a decade ago. I've graduated from that mindset. I don't do that anymore. That shit's toxic. No one wants to be around someone like that. I think one of the biggest turning points, like one of the biggest dormant catalysts of my 180 in behavior, from being a toxic shithead to whatever the fuck I've become now. A long while ago, I can't even remember when, I was having one of my usual depression spells. I know I say usual, but... And I was, of course, acting very similar to Vector, but a lot more negative, somehow. And the guy I was talking to, he said, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I feel bad for whoever made you feel this way. And I'm like, wait a minute. Or something to that effect. And that, like, planted a seed very deep down, like, okay, maybe there's something wrong with the people I'm surrounding myself with. After being around so many people who make you dumb for asking certain questions, on the internet or at work, I've pretty much abandoned that mindset. Yes. I don't experience it on the internet because, one, I very limit where I am on the internet. I don't join many groups and I don't socialize much outside of the few Discord servers I'm in. I'm off of traditional social media. I define traditional social media as large blog things like Facebook, Instagram, etc. TikTok especially. I have never given TikTok a single bit of bandwidth, and I never will. It's a hollow point round that weighs 155 grains. What's a grain? Well, a common misconception is grains of gunpowder. That'd be false. A grain goes far back. It is to the weight of a grain of wheat. Wow. I thought grain had to do with graining in metal. So I learned something new today. There's no way I should join any group that makes people feel dumb for asking questions. When I notice, it's to the point. There is a VTuber server. I'm not naming any names. There is a VTuber server. I'm like, I like you. You're a fun VTuber. You're a bit naive, and you're definitely at least many, many years younger than me, but you're entertaining. I like your vibes. I'll join your Discord. I joined the Discord. I lasted about 20 seconds before I left the Discord. I did not say a word. I simply had a look around, and what I saw was simply all the signs of, based on my experiences, I would not fit in here. This is not a place that I would want to be in. So I left. Simple as. 1 pound? 1 pound is 7,000 grains exactly. We have the conversion factor. Very cool. I could go on. Old man yells at cloud. Or I could end stream here. Is there a cloud I could yell at? I don't know. We're past our Bezos break anyways. We should probably start wrapping up the stream, but my kitty's here. Oh, kitty. We still get cat. Look at this cat. Look at this cat. This cat is amazing. I love this cat. This is the cat of all time. Not one of the cats of all time. This is the cat of all time. She's clawing into my leg now. You couldn't see it, but she was clawing into my leg because she was kneading and happy. I have many claw marks on my right thigh. Simply because that's where she likes to put her paws and knead. Because cats like to do this when they're happy. I believe the cause of that... Oh, you want to put your head on the desk? Come on. Makes me want a cat, but only after you move to an apartment of your own. There you go. See, she really likes putting her head on the desk like this. My cat has asthma. So having her rest her head in an elevated position like this helps her breathe. This is why you can often see her laying on my lap in such a way that allows her to rest her head on my armrest like this. But she also likes to lay it on the desk like this as well. And it's pretty cute. Kitty. Makes you want a cat. Get an apartment. This is gonna sound really bad, but I genuinely believe apartments are designed to keep you poor. If you can, I know this is a long shot, but try to save up on at least either a condominium or a house of some sort. This is now Ness gives gives financial advice. Apartments are ass. Straight up. I hate apartments even more now because the reason my cat is stuck inside is because they are gonna be doing construction work all around my house, encapsulating my property except for the part that's connected to the road. I'm not happy about it. But I already protested to the council, or the city council. The city council was all like, we understand your frustration. Anyway, we're approving this. I'm all like, okay. All of my questions and concerns regarding the traffic flow, which is already really bad, is only going to get much worse. Increased crime rate. A month before the council meeting, somebody vandalized and tried to rob the post office. The local wildlife and environmental concerns, because right now it's all woods and fresh, beautiful scenery, but nope, I get to, instead of looking at trees, I get to look at probably some guy naked in his apartment. Very cool. What is affordable? $1,200 or less. Fuck. I mean, I have mathed it out, and currently, you know what, sure, I'll say it. After all bills, loan payments, and everything, currently, I'm dropping about $3,000 a month. Do what you want with that information. It fucking sucks, but I get to live by myself without the HOA breathing down my neck. And hopefully when these apartments get built, I won't have to deal with shitty neighbors. Now, here's the thing. The only thing that gives me hope is that because the housing situation is so shitty and everything is so unaffordable, that means that unbecoming lowlives won't move in next door. What that means instead is that entitled rich Karens will move next door. So, I don't know. At least Karens don't have guns usually. I guess that's the saving throw. Ow! Fuck! Oh my god, cat! Jesus Christ. I hope I'm not bleeding from that one. Yikes. Okay, I'm not bleeding. At least not yet. Oh. She really likes this. She really likes it when I scratch behind her right ear like this. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! This is the cat cam of all time. Oh, fuck! Oh, my god! She shook her head while both of her claws were dug into my leg, so I just got a vibration attack of all of her claws into my leg. The things I do for love. I love my cat so much, but damn, it hurts sometimes. Another thing I gotta get used to is regularly cleaning her litter box. Because she was primarily an outdoor cat until this week, I would almost never have to clean her litter box because she would always just go outside. Now, she regularly uses it, which is good. She is potty trained. But when she gets really, really stressed, she does pee on my bathroom mat, which, not the worst thing in the world. It's literally in the same room as the laundry machine. I can just wash it, which I've had to do twice already. I try to make the house as comfortable and hospitable for her as I can. I almost never have to scold her ever, because she's mostly well behaved. If she's about to do something that I don't want her to do, I'm pretty clear about it. I saw a video earlier. The cat snuggled up to its owner with its head buried behind the owner. It would complain to its owner for trying to move. My cat does that too. She does not want me moving that much, even though she gives me leg cramps after a while. My cat weighs about 11.5 pounds. Do what you want with that information. In any case, I feel like I have deviated enough from the stream content. I'm pretty much done with Girls Frontline for now. We will reconvene with Girls Frontline next week and do the rest of the event modes. Until then, who can I raid? Who's online? Let's see. Ooh! Rosaldia's online! And it doesn't seem like she's gonna be stopping anytime soon. She's only been going for 2 hours. Why don't we go ahead and raid Rosaldia? Very cool. So Rosaldia, I have cited her many times in my VTuber advice. She gives good life advice. She's very comfy, very family friendly, by the way. Just so you know, family friendly, okay? Don't go wildin' now. In fact, she's the one where I got the y'all are wildin' thing from. I used to be a part of her community, but once she merged into a multi-VTuber server, I decided to not be in her community. I still watch her streams, and I'm still involved in the streams. But she's a wonderful person, and if I were to recommend anybody for just easy viewing, she's number one, actually, in my recommendations for that sort of deal. I've learned so many things from her, and she probably doesn't even know that. In any case, let's all go say hi to Raz. I think she's winning, but we're gonna have to ask her anyway if she's winning, son. And with that, I'll catch y'all tomorrow for some Mario and Luigi. And Cat Cam, probably. Say bye. Bye, Cat.